Good morning, friends. Today we are going to continue the next part of this unit. In the last lecture, we have discussed up to the various terms, then the work and all this thing. Today we have to see the next concept, a new concept, that is the internal energy. As you studied already in the 12th, that system has the fixed state and which has the definite and constant amount of energy, which is known as the internal energy. It is represented by the symbol U. Now the MCQ will be there based on this particular internal energy. Dot 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 is a energy which is available in a system in a fixed state which has the definite and the constant amount. It's called as the internal energy. It is a sum of kinetic and the potential energy of the system. The value of internal energy is random, but change in internal energy is definite and can be determined as delta U is equal to U2 minus U1. Internal energy is a state function because its value depends only on the current state of the system and is independent on the path. It is not a path function, it is a state function because the value of this particular energy is depend upon the current state. Internal energy is extensive property because it changes with change in one of the state variables such as temperature, pressure, composition. The unit of this particular internal energy is nothing but a joule. The MCQ will be there on this particular internal energy is dot dot function, state function, or say internal energy. Give the example of the state function. Internal energy is one of the state function. Internal energy is dot dot property, extensive, intensive. Here it is a extensive. The unit of this particular internal energy is nothing but a joule. Then joule can be defined as mechanical work done on when applied force is 1 Newton and distance moved in the direction of force is 1 meter. That is the 1 joule is equal to Newton meter, which is equal to 1 kilogram meter square per second square. That relation you have to remember because it may come for the MCQs. What is 1 joule? 1 joule is nothing but the Newton meter, or it may be the kilogram meter square second square. This now we have to move towards the first law of thermodynamics. This is based on the law of conservation of energy. All you are aware about this law, the total energy of the universe remains constant. In simple, we can call it that law of conservation of energy. We have to see the different statement of this first law of thermodynamics. First statement is very simple. Energy neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be converted from one form to another. Example is there. Water stored in the reservoir or say dam. That is the example of this particular energy neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be converted from one form to another. Whenever a quantity of one kind of the energy is produces exactly equivalent amount of the another kind of the energy is disappeared. This is the another form of the first law of thermodynamics. Then the third statement of this particular first law of thermodynamics, the total energy of the universe is remains constant. And the fourth statement of this particular first law of thermodynamics is the internal energy of an isolated system is constant. Are you getting this point? Very simple these things are. That may come for the MCQ purpose. Then we have to see the mathematical expression for this first law of thermodynamics. If W is the work done on the system, Q is the energy transferred as a heat to the system, and delta U is the change in internal energy, then it follows that delta U is equal to Q plus W. This equation states that the change in internal energy of the closed system is equal to energy that passes through its boundary as a heat or work. For isolated system, internal energy is constant because Q is equal to 0 and W is equal to 0. Delta U is equal to 0. We have to talk about the sign convention that may come for the MCQ. As for the isolated system, internal energy is dot 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 dot. Exothermic reaction or process. It is a chemical reaction that releases energy in the form of heat. The reaction in which heat is released is called as the exothermic reaction or say exothermic process, whereas endothermic process or say endothermic reaction is nothing but the reaction in which heat is absorbed or say energy is absorbed in the form of heat is called as the endothermic reaction. Here it is very much useful for the MCQ purpose, exothermic as well as the endothermic. Then exothermic process heat lost, whereas the in endothermic process heat will absorb. That's why the sign for the Q, heat is lost, that's why the Q is negative. Heat is absorbed, that's why Q is positive. You can see in the table. If Q is negative, then W is negative. If Q is positive, W is positive. If Q is negative, W is negative, then the U is also negative. If Q is positive, W is positive, then change in internal energy is also positive. Then in the first case for the exothermic process, work is done by the system, and for the endothermic process, work is done on the system. That you have to remember because it may come for the MCQ purpose again. Then numerical is there. You can see here. We have seen already these types of the numerical. See a given sample of the nitrogen gas weighing 2.8 gram at 27 degrees centigrade and 20 atmospheric pressure was allowed to expand isothermally against a constant external pressure of 1 atmosphere. Calculate change in internal energy, heat and work done assuming ideal behavior of the gas. First of all, identify the given things. Temperature is given, pressure is given, P external is given, R value is will be provided to you, W is there, weight, and molecular weight of the nitrogen is a 28. You have to calculate delta U, W and Q. See, isothermal process is there. Delta U, first of all we can talk about delta U. Since gas is ideal and it expands isothermally, then delta U is equal to 0. For ideal gas, and when it expands isothermally, then change in internal energy is constant, that is a 0. We know delta U is equal to Q plus W, that is a 0 is equal to Q plus W, Q is equal to minus W. Once you calculate the work, or say you can automatically calculate the Q. Okay, whatever the value of the Q or W will be there, that will just become minus that W. It will give you the Q. When you take the formula for the work done, W is equal to minus P external into delta V. For ideal gas, PV is equal to nRT, V is equal to nRT by P. Number of moles you can calculate like the weight upon molar mass, 2.8 divided by 28, that is a zero point 0.1 mole. V1 is equal to 0.1 into 0.082 into 300 divided by 20. That will give you the volume V1, that is a 0.123 dm cube. And you can calculate similarly the V2 by considering the another pressure. Then delta V is equal to V2 minus V1, that is a 2.46 minus 0.123, that becomes a 2.337 dm cube. Therefore, W is equal to minus P external into delta V. You can substitute P external is 1 and delta V is equal to 2.337. Therefore, W is equal to minus 2.339 atm dm cube. Therefore, W is equal to 2.337 into 101.32. You can calculate it in joule. First of all, it is the atm in dm cube. You have to convert it into the joule. You have to multiply this value by the 101.32. Then you will get that value in the joule. W is equal to minus 236.78 joule. Then heat is nothing but the Q is equal to minus W. You can just take their value of the W, minus become plus, that is the Q is equal to 236.78 joule. Very simple it is again. Now another example is there. Calculate amount of the work done on 1.5 mole of the perfect gas at 300 Kelvin when it compresses isothermally and reversibly from the pressure of 1.01 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square to the 5 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. You have to calculate the W. We have seen the formula for the W. W is nothing but a 2.303 nRT log to the base 10 V2 by V1. First of all, write down the given things. They have provided all the given things. In number of moles are there, 1.5 mole, temperature 300 Kelvin, P1, P2 is there, R is there. W you can calculate for the perfect gas, P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. Therefore, P1 by P2 is equal to V2 by V1. Instead of V2 by V1, we can put up P1 by P2 in the above formula. That's why W is equal to 2.303 nRT log to the base 10 P1 by P2. Now you can substitute all these values in the formula and you will get W is equal to minus 5945 into 18 joule. Another numerical is there, 2 moles of an ideal gas expanded isothermally and reversibly at 300 Kelvin to twice of the original volume. Calculate heat energy, work done and change in internal energy. W is equal to, you have to calculate the W, then you have to calculate the heat energy, that is a Q, that is a change in internal energy, delta U you have to calculate. See here given things, N is given number of moles, then temperature is given, V2 is the twice V1, that is the V2 by V1 is equal to 2, R is given 8.314 Kelvin joule per mole, or so joule Kelvin per mole. Then W is equal to 2.303 nRT log to the base 10 V2 by V1. Substitute all these values in this formula, you will get the W. Then delta U for the reversible process is 0. Then heat energy by the first law of thermodynamics, you can see the Q is equal to minus W. Then you can take value of W there, you will get the simply Q is equal to that 3457.97 joule. This is about the whole internal energy. The MCQs will be there. Sometimes the numericals will be there in the form of the that MCQs. Okay, but probably you prepare the theory part for isothermally for the isothermal and reversible system. Heat becomes equal to, that MCQ may be there, means Q is equal to minus W. Please go through this numerical. If you have any problem, you can ask. Thank you.